Good morning. Rainy season has officially passed. It's full on summer. It's hot. It's getting hot. That's why early morning, got out at the crack of dawn, went to the waterfall, and I was actually I was hoping to find some wildlife to see the wild boar again that I've seen once at about 4:30 in the morning, but I didn't see any this morning, so it wasn't meant to be. I've just read this book, Kon-tiki by Thor Heyerdahl, an incredible story. I didn't know anything about it before. So this man, Thor, pretty cool name, Thor Heyerdahl, he had a theory that the people in Polynesia, Easter Island, that area, they were originally from South America, specifically Peru. And to prove his theory that it is possible to sail from that part of the world all the way to Polynesia, in the 1940s, he, together with some friends, they built their own raft, kind of like a sailing ship raft, and sailed from Peru 8,000 kilometers across the Pacific to Polynesia. Incredible story. I thought it was fantasy, but it turned out to be real. The theory has been debunked, and there's many theories, but still the adventure story remains that he and his friends collected a specific wood that could float, called balsa wood, and cut down the trees, used local materials to put it together, like the Peruvians might have done in ancient times, and then just go out on the ocean and drift across or sail across with limited technical support. Takes a lot of balsa to do that. So this part I really related to what he describes here. When he is on the ocean and they go so slowly, they can really adapt to the local aquatic life. The sea contains many surprises for him who has his floor on a level with the surface and drifts along slowly and noiselessly. A sportsman who breaks his way through the woods may come back and say that no wildlife is to be seen. Another may sit down on a stump and wait, and often rustlings and cracklings will begin and curious eyes peer out. So it is on the sea too. We usually plow across it with roaring engines and piston strokes, with the water foaming round our bow. Then we come back and say that there is nothing to see far out on the ocean. Not a day passed but we, as we sat floating on the surface of the sea, were visited by inquisitive guests which wriggled and waggled about us. And a few of them, such as dolphins and pilotfish, grew so familiar that they accompanied the raft across the sea and kept round us day and night. Sometimes too, we went out in a rubber boat to look at ourselves by night. Coal-black seas towered up on all sides, and a glittering myriad of tropical stars drew a faint reflection from plankton in the water. The world was simple, stars in the darkness. Whether it was 1947 BC or AD, suddenly became of no significance. We lived, and that we felt with alert intensity. We realized that life had been full for man before the technical age also. In fact, fuller and richer in many ways than the life of modern man. Time and evolution somehow ceased to exist. All that was real and mattered were the same today as they had always been and would always be. We were swallowed up in the absolute common measure of history, endless unbroken darkness, under a swarm of stars.